Lobs it up to Foose. Dallin Hall shoots the three. Scores the three. Khalifa, the trailer, looks backdoor, goes backdoor, reverse lay-in, Trevin Knell. That's an Ali Khalifa special.
And it was a special second half overall for BYU men's basketball as they take down TCU last Saturday night. This is your day-to-day BYU sports play-by-play. I am Spencer Linton alongside Jerem Jordan. And it's time that we bring back to BYUSN one of our all-time favorites and one of the all-time greats in BYU athletics. Jimmer Fredette is back on the show. Jimmer, happy Monday on a winning Monday.
Absolutely. It's always better to come back on a winning Monday, right?
No question. And just think about the week that BYU just had. How would you sum it up after BYU beats Kansas at Phog Allen Fieldhouse and then they pull out that dramatic comeback in the second half against TCU?
Just incredible, right? Something that you see that stretch and you're like, if we can go 1-1, we've done our job. And to go 2-0 was something that was obviously special. So just to play in Allen Fieldhouse where basically invented basketball is something that is incredible, right? To be able to play there and to be able to get a win in there on your first time ever, playing in that arena, it was unbelievable to watch as a BYU fan. And obviously it could have had a lapse coming into this next game against TCU. Could have been a letdown or a trap game. And it looked like it in the first half, but then we got it together. We're able to get the win. So it was just an incredible week for BYU.
It's like that YouTube video of the high school football player kid. He's like, I'll be honest, they had us in the first half. TCU up 17. And the regression to the mean happened, Jimmer. TCU was not going to maintain that three-point shooting, but neither was BYU starting 1 for 13. But that second half, BYU was unbelievable, doubling up TCU, allowing only 29 points, scoring 58. What was the biggest difference in the final 20 to you?
Yeah, I think they just took care of the ball better, got good shots. And then they started to get the crowd into it. Like the home court advantage and momentum is a real thing, right? So once you start seeing that ball go into the basket, the rock starts going crazy. You just get more confidence as a player. The other team starts feeling a little bit of the pressure. Maybe they start feeling the air that be a little bit thinner, whatever it may be. It's just kind of the way that it works in the Marriott Center when you come there and all of a sudden, avalanche can happen pretty quickly. And that's kind of what happened with BYU. You knew they weren't going to shoot as bad as they did, especially at home. They always shoot the ball really well. So you knew that they were going to do that. As soon as they saw a couple of those basketballs go in, and Dallin did a great job of finding everybody and getting everyone involved. Trevin had a great game shooting the basketball. So, it was just a collective effort as they've been doing all year. But as soon as they see that ball go in, then it's really difficult for, the team to stop them from hitting those threes.
Jimmer, we have spoken at length about the balance on this BYU basketball team and that every night it can be somebody different. And you brought up a concern early in the season where it was like, hey, they need somebody that can go get a bucket in a critical time. Dallin Hall was that guy against Kansas. Everybody did it against TCU. Has that concern been resolved for you at this point of the season, or do you still need to see more from somebody like Dallin Hall or Jackson Robinson?
I think it's been solved pretty well. And like you said, I think the biggest thing that has happened is Dallin Hall has really played great basketball this second half of the year. He just feels comfortable with the basketball now. He knows he doesn't have a short leash. Like, he's going to stay in the game and he's going to play a lot. And he knows that if he makes a mistake, it's okay. He's not necessarily going to get pulled out of the game. That gives you confidence as a player because now you can do and take a little bit more chances, but also know that, you can get into the lane and find your guys or shoot a couple of shots. And if you miss them, you're still going to be in the game. But the teammates definitely expect him to go out there and be able to make a play at the end of the game. And recently he's been doing a great job, not just shooting the basketball, but finding other guys. And obviously Foose has been playing great. Jackson's had some really good games at the end of games. But having the ball in Dallin's hands, it seems like that's the play at the end of the game. He's been making the right situation, right play every single time, which has been awesome to see.
Dallin in the pick and roll or Jackson Robinson at the free throw line, he's really crushing it. Do you like being on the big board, by the way, Jimmer? Look, you look good
nice.
here. Yeah.
Look at this. Yeah, no, I gotta shave. Sorry about that. So.
Hey, this just in. You're not at BYU. You're good, Doug. Okay, BYU's tied for the 4th seed going into the last week. Certainly, if you win at Iowa State, you have a shot at the 3 or 4 seed here. Maybe 5 or 6 for BYU. We'll see. But BYU can go at least 1-1 this week. Holy mackerel! BYU could be top 6 seed. They have a tiebreaker over Kansas. We're talking about some opportunity here in Kansas City next week.
Absolutely, 100%. This is. But that being said, it's such a tough league that even if you're a 4 seed, you're going to be playing against a really good team that first round. It's just the way it works in the Big 12. Once you get into that tournament, it's one and done. Everything tightens up. But I'm confident in our BYU guys that we can go at least 1-1 this week. Go in with a really strong record, get a good seed in that Big 12 tournament, and then be able to do really well in Kansas City. I mean, I'm super looking forward to it because I think that this team is built to be able to make a run. They really are. They have not just one guy that can go out and score the basketball. They have multiple guys that can do it. And that's really hard to scout against when you're playing, especially in a one-and-done situation. And if BYU is shooting well from the three-point line, or not even well, you told us a stat, like 32%, if they shoot enough shots and they shoot 32% from the three-point line, that they're winning those games, a high percentage of those games. And I'm like, if you can at least get a lot of shots up and you're shooting at least 32%, obviously they give themselves a chance to win. So that's a scary thing going into a tournament type play where it's one and done. If BYU's hitting shots, they can beat anybody.
Of course, you'd bring up 32. Of course, you'd bring up 32.
That is the magic number.
Yeah, come on,
right?
It's 100% the magic number, and it works in all stages and everywhere you go. As long as you got 32 there, you're good.
Let's go. Number 32, Jimmer Fredette is with us on BYU Sports Nation.
Mega Jimmer!
Yes. There were a bunch of guys on the BYU basketball team that felt straight up disrespected that BYU beat Baylor, they lost at Kansas State, and they dropped out of the national rankings. They were out of the top 25. They referenced it after the win at Kansas. They brought it up again after the win against TCU. They're going to be back in, Jimmer. So where do you think BYU is going to show up? Where do they deserve to show up after going 2-0 this week?
They'll be in the top 20. I think they'll be somewhere around 17, 18 is my opinion. I think that's deserving for them for sure. I think they could easily be a top 15 team. But I think they should feel that way. And I love that they referenced it, right? Like, I don't like it when people say, I don't really care about that stuff. I don't see it. No, you do. I mean, you live in the day of social media. You see everything, and you should use it as motivation. I think that's 100% what the coaching staff did. It's bulletin board material. They put it up there and we're like, hey, we're getting disrespected even though we've had a great season. Let's go out there and prove it to everybody, right? And that's the mentality that you have to have. And I'm sure they have that in that locker room, and it's going to only help them as they move forward, getting into that conference tournament. So, take care of business this next game against Oklahoma State and be able to go from there. But I'm sure they're using it as motivation.
I like it, and I agree. I think BYU should be top 20. Absolutely, after last week. Let's go. Okay, fresh bracketology with Joe Lenardi has BYU as the third 5 seed. Do you feel like that would be an incredible spot for BYU to perhaps make a run in the NCAA tournament? And let's be honest, for BYU to go to the Sweet 16, it's taken you and Danny Ainge, the National Players of the Year. But this team is unique in that, there's not a superstar on the team. Maybe Jackson Robinson's NBA guy. We'll see, right? And somebody else. But this team this year, 5 seed, is this the first we didn't have a National Player of the Year and we got to the Sweet 16 team for BYU?
It definitely could be. I think it was, that 20, it reminds me kind of that 2020 year before, once COVID hit and they, weren't able to have the tournament, which is too bad because that team was really good as well. And they had a collective group that could really play basketball. It kind of reminds me of this group a little bit. And they could score, they moved it around, they could shoot the ball. This group is a little bit more reliant on the three and obviously are really, really good at it. But this is 100%, like I said, this is a chance for us to be able to make a run. BYU can beat anybody. As you can see, you're going to Kansas where they hadn't lost at all season, and you go and beat that team there. That makes it show that they're a force to be reckoned with if they're shooting the ball well and they're playing, at a high level. So it's definitely something that can happen. You only have to win 2 games, but at the same time, you have to win 2 games, right? So it's a lot more than you think. But I think the fact that they have such a good balance, if one guy is off, another guy can always step up and score the basketball. So it's going to take, a collective effort, but they definitely have the team to do it, and I'm hoping for it.
Jimmer Fredette is on BYU Sports Nation as we look ahead now this week to matchups against Iowa State and Oklahoma State, specifically Iowa State. Based on what BYU did to the Cyclones in Provo, it's natural to think they're going to be out for blood when they get back to their own home gym, and here comes BYU. What are your expectations for BYU as they go again back out on the road to another really tough road environment and riding some confidence.
For sure. You can't worry about what has happened the last, 2 to 3 games, depending on what happens in Oklahoma State, assuming they take care of business there, being a 3-game winning streak going into that game, being in the top, 20, hopefully going into that game. Obviously, Iowa State's going to be pumped up for that game. They do not like how they lost, at BYU. So I think something that is going to be interesting is that the toughness of the team going into that game, right? Like, it's going to be a mentally tough game because these guys are going to come out firing. They're going to show everything that they have. They want to beat BYU, and they want to embarrass them, basically, just like kind of BYU did when they played at their place. So it's going to be one of those games where you're just going to have to fight. And I think the biggest thing is just don't let the lead get out of hand. If BYU can keep it within striking distance, especially in the second half, you saw it in Kansas where all of a sudden they can hit a few threes, and all of a sudden they're right back into the game, and the other team's on their heels because BYU can shoot the ball so well. So if they can keep it within striking distance, just maintain that, be mentally tough, make sure that they are, withstanding all the runs that are going to happen from the Iowa State and that great arena that they play in, that if they can do that, keep it within a striking distance, they're going to have a shot to win that game. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out and play.
The perception is that a win versus Kansas in Kansas is better than Iowa State. The reality is Iowa State's actually a better team. And they haven't lost at home either, so maybe BYU can pull that off again. But if BYU wins Wednesday, that would be unbelievable. Which brings me to this. What's the best road win in your career? You had some really good ones. At San Diego State really sticks out, right, as a top 10 win. And, of course, Creighton and UNLV and a bunch. What was the best one, and why was it San Diego State?
Obviously San Diego State was an amazing one. Because they're a top 10 team and, they're an incredible basketball team. But my favorite one was when we beat UNLV at UNLV my senior year, because we hadn't beat them on the road as a player. Like, Coach Rose hadn't beat them at UNLV. I hadn't beat them at UNLV. So to be able to do that and they were a top 25 team. They were really, really good. So that was fun. But actually, one of our best wins was my junior year, Arizona.
Yeah.
I think they were a top 15 team. And we went in there and smacked them, to be honest with you. Like, we played really well that game. And that was when people are like, who are these BYU guys? That's when we started to get a little bit of notoriety. And that was one of my favorite ones for sure.
You scored 49 points in that game, Jimmer.
9 threes. Is it true? Because that game, like,
it was a few.
We couldn't really watch that one. Like, it wasn't super available. So did the Arizona fans actually clap and cheer for you when you exited the game at the end?
They did. They actually did. They gave us maybe a standing ovation. They were like, man, I don't even know what happened. I don't know who you are. I don't know what BYU is at all. And I am just letting you know, you did a great job. Like, you guys just destroyed our team. So thank you.
That's pretty nice. We would never do that at the Marriott Center. No. Someone comes in and scores 49. No one's clapping for that guy.
No, I know. I feel like anybody that scores over 45 and gets the win deserves a clap, at least a little bit, from an opposing arena. Come on, you don't see that often in college, so they were appreciative of it.
That's cool.
Let's just hang out in the nostalgia a little bit of that win. Were you surprised, or are you like, I knew I was capable of this? Did that performance surprise you at Arizona? Oh, I think we may have lost Jimmer for a moment. Okay. Regardless,
I think some of those Arizona. I think Lute Olson actually jumped on and cut off the feed.
You brought up clapping Arizona fans, and
they're like,
"Stop it!
No,
cut it out. We didn't do that.
Yeah.
We didn't do that."
Jimmer Fredette's back.
Okay,
We've reconnected.
He's back. Okay, Jimmer. I don't know if you heard my last question, and it's all good. I don't know if you heard my last question, but when you went for 49 against Arizona, did that surprise you at all, or were you kind of just banking on like, nah, I can do something like this?
It surprised me a little bit, to be honest with you. It was just a lot of points, especially in college. You just don't usually get a lot of opportunity to score like that. Obviously, it took 9 threes and playing really well. So it definitely surprised me a little bit. Obviously, I had confidence that I could score the basketball and be able to, do something special on the floor. And that's what I expected when I got out there. But I wasn't expecting that on that specific night against that team. But once it did happen, I was like, oh, wow. So this is really a thing now, right? Like, all of a sudden you show up and I'm on draft boards all of a sudden, and I'm able to, people know who I am, and they're like, oh, wow, you got to watch out for this kid or this BYU team. So all of a sudden it changed, and then it was like, okay, now I expect to be able to score something like that on a given night. So it was really, really fun to be able to do.
Your sophomore year, when you scored 23 against Wake Forest, who was top 10 in the Marriott Center, that's the first time I was like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? This is cool. And then Arizona took it to another level, and then, of course, your senior year was really special, which was awesome. Okay, let's finish with this. You're in the middle of, training for 3x3. You're getting ready. What's the next kind of event for you as you get ready for the Olympics in the summer?
Yeah, so this weekend I go to Pittsburgh, Steel City, to be able to enjoy a training camp out there with my guys. And, our coach, Joe Ludowski, he's from Pittsburgh. So he's like, our first training camp, we're going to make sure that we're doing it in my city.
Nice.
And so I haven't been to Pittsburgh very often, but I'm excited to get out there and just be able to kind of get this thing rolling, be able to, get some sets in. Probably won't do a ton except for, getting some camaraderie, talking over what we want to do as far as a group, personnel, and try to figure out our system and try to fine tune things and then get some games in and just start the journey. Right. And it's extremely exciting, starting to hit me a little bit, starting to get in a little bit more and just excited for the opportunity and ready for Pittsburgh this weekend.
Just make sure you pack some black and yellow for Pittsburgh, okay? Let's just keep it with the theme of the city.
100%.
Yeah, Jimmer, great to talk to you, man.
Bring the terrible towel out. We're going out. We're doing it.
A Giants fan would never.
No, for sure. Eli crushed. Eli's better than Ben Roethlisberger, right? That's the biggest debate.
We don't have time for that. Another day, for sure. Jimmer, great to talk to you, man. Be well.
There we go.